Welcome to the White Wall Sessions Radio. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. On this week's episode, we feature High Five, Tuff Roots, and Good Morning Bedlam. If you'd like to know more about the artists on the show, visit thewhitewallsessions.com for features, links, and videos. High Five is a high-energy four-piece jam band from Grand Forks, North Dakota. The band is made up of Daniel Knight, guitar vocals, Tyler Vakura, drums, Gareth Mimickle, bass and vocals, and Sean Kelly, lead guitar and vocals. High Five brought a diverse range of musical influences and styles to their White Wall session.
Fell down a well, deep into a sleep. When I hit the bottom, it swallowed me. I slid down the throat into a scene. That's when I felt myself in the belly of a dream. Oh, what a sight it was, standing there, looking back at me with that beautiful stare. She came to life, I thought I had control. That's when I felt myself being pulled back up from the bottom of the well. Crowd beneath the trees, so I climbed to the top to see what I'd see. Far away, there was a light that caught my eye, so I ran to where the ground had kissed the sky. Oh, what a sight it was, standing there, looking back at me with that beautiful stare. She came to life, I thought I had control. That's when I felt myself being pulled back up from the bottom of the well. The night I thought I had control, until I woke up and forgot how hard I fell. And I know this can't be real, or at least I've seen it all before. You came up from the bottom of the well.
There's all those little runs up and down that you can just put in there that just sound so cool around these fantastic guitars. Let's talk about these guys. Sean, you were you playing with a pick?
I tend to rhythm. I don't use a pick.
You almost had like a Mark Knopfler grip, you know?
It's funny you say that. That's kind of, I started doing that technique on my own, but I always struggled with like, what do I do with the pick? And watching a video of him and Chet Atkins, I saw how he cupped the pick, like up here between these two fingers. I tried it. I was like, all right, that'll work. Rhythm, you just have so much more percussive stuff you can do, and you can pick chord fragments easier. Yeah,
As
a lot.
left your fingers, your smaller fingers open to grab those upper strings.
And a lot of that comes from too. I played primarily classical guitar for several years, and that you're really not supposed to use a pick at all, but especially rhythm.
And how about you, Daniel? How long have you been playing?
I've been playing guitar since I was a freshman in high school, so probably over 10 years now. About 13, 14 years. Mm-hmm.
So a jam band, I'm doing the air quotes here, can have a tendency to just go on and on and on. But I noticed your songs all have some structure to them. It's like you're coming back to these right places. Are you all conscious of that when you're playing, or do you map that out before you start?
In a loose sense, there's structure. We have the areas where we say, okay, here we'll do something, we'll stretch it out and kind of feed off the energy. But then we always know the part that's going to come next, so we'll just give each other an IQ and we'll work our way to that next build-up.
And Tyler's usually really good with like the dynamics as far as we'll discuss it previously, but it's not like, okay, repeat this 4 times, repeat this 8 times. It's kind of a feel thing. And then when Tyler kind of builds to a peak, we usually use that as a transition point for the next section.
A lot of times the bass player is driving the car, but so you're the one doing it.
I'm the driver.
That's really cool.
He drives the truck too.
Literally and figuratively.
Truck too.
Yeah, I drive here too.
Yeah, he does.
I was running through the forest too fast, never looking back. I was free at last, but then I ran too far, 'cause when I turned around, I could see that home was nowhere to be found. And I fell down to my knees. There was no path that got me. And I prayed to somebody. I pictures from my past, and I fell down to my knees. There was no path to guide me, and I prayed to somebody, please. I keep running blind. Then I looked up to the sky. I saw that North Star shine, and through its light I was given the sight to see. I am free. Oh yeah, I'm free. I am free. Oh yeah, I'm free. I'm finally free. Yeah, yeah. Death of the sun came the creatures of the night, haunting through the darkness, howling at the moonlight. When my heart was racing, fire take flight, but the wisdom inside me told me to stand there and fight. And I fell down to my knees. There was no path to guide me, and I prayed to somebody. I can't keep running blind. Then I looked up to the sky. I saw that North Star shine, and through
Tuff Roots is a seriously tight reggae group from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The group consists of members which come from many different musical backgrounds. They have come together to create some good vibe music. The band is made up of Jordan Knopf, lead singer, rhythm guitar, Juan Matos, lead guitar, backup vocals, Shane Campbell, drums, Fayette Munshikpu, bass guitar, and John Baumgartner on sax.
What about spirit, what about soul? What about the intangible? What about spirit, what about soul? What about the intangible? What about the intangible? What about spirit, what about soul? What about the intangible? It's starting to become difficult. You're within so invincible. The problem with you is the society. Who you are inside is not to it. And what you can touch is lovable, a substance that you can deal. What about what inspires you? Come from the inside, you can feel, oh yeah. What about spirit? What about soul? What about the intangible? What about spirit? What about soul? What about the intangible? What about the intangible? What about spirit? What about soul? What about the intangible? Differently up. It's like the world was on my shoulders, now it's lifting me up. I packed my bags and I roll out. I came back from hometown. I've been acting a whole lot, thinking a while, but that down and I want. Any way you look at it, I'm dead to you. And any way you took it, it was fed to you. Together but apart, it's been tough from the start. I guess we never saw the same day. You've been doing too much, getting what you trust. You lost in the mind. Living with no rules, you've been acting a fool. Look like you lost in the day. And I can live in harmony without you really wanting me. Normally wouldn't bother me, but something's gotta change. I know part of you knows more than part of me's gone. So pardon me, we'll have a part of us in all of my songs. Now tell her, what about spirit, what about soul? What about the intangible? What about spirit, what about soul? What about the intangible? What about the intangible? What about spirit? What about soul? What about the intangible? It's starting to become difficult. Good with things so invincible. The problem with the ways of society, who you are inside is not to do. What you can touch is lovable, a substance that you can deal. What about what inspires you? Come from the inside, you can feel, oh yeah. What about spirit? What about soul? What about the intangible? What about spirit? What about soul? What about the intangible? What about the intangible? What about spirit? What about soul? What about the intangible? What about the intangible?
Kind of funny when John first had his first practice with us. Obviously, he didn't have anything written. It was all improvised. It was amazing. I remember we all just looked at each other like, "Yeah, this is the guy. He's really good."
I can see why. I mean,
There's
there was
definitely
some
a missing point when there wasn't a sax involved. It was just kind of bland. And now that we got the sax going with Johnny, he does a great job.
seems like all the pieces are in place except for maybe some keys.
Yeah.
How about you, Shane? How long have you been playing drums?
I've been playing since I was 10. Started in jazz and like pep band stuff. Joined a punk band soon after that. And then throughout high school, played punk music and jazz. And in college, I did more jazz. Yeah, that's pretty much my background.
Well, that jazz influence you can really tell because, like you were saying, Fayette, that's the basis of everything. Yeah. And that must be nice playing with that kind of a drummer, right?
Well, we think the same way. And the funny thing is I'm also a drummer, so I know what he wants just by the way he plays. It's like I can feel him and know what he needs.
Yeah.
And once both of us are solid, you know what? We'll have this fun. These boys have their fun, and we just keep everything going. Yeah.
The best thing about Shane is, with reggae, everything's so simplistic, and like with drummers, a lot of times they want to be like super wild back there and getting buck, and Shane knows to like sit back and just really be solid at what he's doing and not worry about like really like overbearing the band with his drumming. That'll happen.
As a drummer, he listens to the rest of us. You'll notice like he accents certain things that we do. It's incredible. I mean, to have a drummer that listens to everyone else and kind of holds back.
He compliments all of our playing.
I agree. And you can tell because sometimes drums just keep a beat, but sometimes I think of a Levon Helm or something where it's almost like the drum has its own melody, and that you could tell that. And good reggae drummers do that, They're giving you compliments over here.
Thank you.
It's funny. Every once in a while, we'll do this thing in practice where we'll like go around the band and like we all have to give each other a compliment.
Saying one nice thing about each other.
One nice thing about one person. Yeah.
And it's so funny. So this thing, the reactions on faces after you get a compliment.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. It's hilarious.
When you play a show, do you see a lot of people where maybe this is their first reggae show, or do they kind of happen upon you, or do you see a lot of reggae fans or both?
Many of them are surprised that there's even a reggae band in town.
Yeah.
I would say more local music fans.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the same people at a lot of the local
show,
music concerts. You know what I mean?
The people who actually support the local
Exactly.
music.
Yeah, local music.
Doesn't matter what kind of
It's the
band.
same crowd.
Yeah, but I have people, coming to me and saying, "Wow, this is an acquired taste." I'm like, "Yep." So the next thing I know is that I saw them coming back, and so
there you go. That speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Right.
How'd you all find out about the White Wall sessions?
I've known about it forever.
On TV.
I know Tiffany, the girl who does you guys.
And I know Mike Yeager, so I bought them every single day, and
Plus, I've seen them bouncing around through social media and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool videos you want to be a part of.
What'd you think of today? Did you think it was pretty cool?
Oh, it was awesome. It was
Cool
a blast.
doesn't even start to
I
describe
had a great time.
This was an incredible
It was still
experience.
another one of those situations where it's a weird vibe. Where there's just like people sitting there staring at you, and you're just like, okay, Usually we're at like a bar where people are like, and you're just sitting here and just like cats are staring at you, and it's a little bit different.
And they're not dancing.
But it was still fun.
Cannot
I had a great time.
express
Yeah, they're sitting
their
down.
feelings.
They're very polite, aren't they?
I was like, so you guys can clap.
And then you got 6 cameras staring at you. So.
Right.
Yeah, it was really hard not to look at the camera.
look,
And it's like, oh wait, no.
I was trying to get my left side in as much as possible.
Yeah, I like my right.
Well, anyway, guys, we really appreciate you coming down. This was a great experience for all of us, and we hope to see you around town this summer and beyond.
It's an honor to
Thanks
play
for
here.
having us.
We appreciate
For
it.
inviting
All right,
us. Yeah.
Tuff Roots. All right.
Thanks a lot, bro. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
the rhyme? What about the problem which you burden with me mind? When I got this headline, when I got the vibes, when I got the running, maybe wasting on me time. When I got this problem, when you wasting on me time. Yeah. When I got this calling, when you wasting on me time. What about the rhythm? What about the rhyme? What about the problem which you put with me mind? When I got this headline, when I got the vibes, when I got this calling, now you listen on me time. When I get this calling, now you listen on me time. Yeah. When I get this calling, now you listen on me time.
Yo. Thank y'all.
Good Morning Bedlam is a power folk band that features amazing musicianship and vocals. The band, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, played a session full of great original music with plenty of excitement. The band is Isaac Gill Elker on guitar and vocals, Sophia May on fiddle and vocals, and Victoria Elker on upright bass and vocals.
I've been writing songs under your name before I knew. Never understood a word until that day I met you. And now I know I'm here, I'm home. I've come back from that bourbon road. Led me to believe what I now plainly see, that you made the journey with me.
I had all these worries that I thought I'd keep inside, but I let joy come to destroy that guilt, that shame, and that pride. Now I know I cannot tell how you can love me so well. Led me to believe what I now plainly see, that you were made to journey with me.
Laid out in the rain to see if God would set me free. He sent you in a lightning storm.
I know he struck you with me.
Well, it's by rage that I've been fueled,
but that won't bring you peace, you fool. Let go to be free and prove what I can't see, that you were made to journey with me.
And never mind the people's wrath will find our way straight from that path forward. I've no need to look back, now I hold you. And do I even ask her if we just forget our past, or did that pain just lead us to our victorious laughter?
On the darkest roads in that golden flickering light, but with you I have found a home, and the world is pure and bright. Just to know that you're somehow with me in the dark, though I cannot see. I know that I'm as I should, I'm the way I was meant to be.
Now I know I can't run home. I've come back from that bourbon road. Let go to believe. Now I know I've been set free to brave the cold, the wind and the sea. Your love that came and found me and taught what I can't be. The one who's made to journey with me.
This band is really tight. Of course, you've been playing a lot on the road, right? I mean, let's talk about the songs. Where do they come from? Who writes those? And how does it get from the idea to the end?
Sure. I take on the majority of the songwriting, a lot of the lyric writing, a lot of the melodies and the rhythm stuff and the ideas come from me. And then when we bring them to the table, it becomes a collaborative event of like people being like, oh, that sounds really great. And it would sound cool if we added this, or that sucks. Let's change that to this, or like things like that. So when I bring something to the table, you know, it's completely open. But I definitely do take on, I think, the majority of it. Where do the songs come from? I guess just my life.
There's some pretty profound lyrics in those. You know, they're all story songs. Do you write songs for the band, or do you write songs for the song? I mean,
sure. I think it's a little bit of everything. I couldn't say it was one way or the other. I want to connect with people when I write a song. I think that's my main focus is I really want to connect with other people. I know like my favorite artists, my favorite lyric writers like the Ava Brothers or Connor Oberst of Bright Eyes or Sandra Lerche, or I'm trying to think. There's like John Foreman even does like a bunch of solo stuff. That those are all artists that when they sing and they write their songs, you feel so connected to them. It's like somebody else has experienced what I'm experiencing or felt what I'm feeling, and I think that's where the greatest music comes. And so that's what I try to do really hard. And then I hate being bored. And so I like to try to fit as many different styles, as many different things as I can into every song. And sometimes I'll bring it into the room and they'll be like, okay, you can like do something, three weird things, but you have to cut out 7 of the other ones. And they kind of help calibrate what I'm trying to do. Does that make sense?
So what comes first? Do the idea, the lyrics, the melody, or they all kind of, does the song start revealing itself as you're doing it, or do you?
Yes, definitely. I usually have like 2 phrases or something. I always carry them around my iPhone, and so like I'll be walking and I'll be like in Savers, finding a new shirt, and I'll be like, I will wait for you here. Like that's what that. And I was like, went outside, recorded on my memos, and I came back to it like a week later, and I was like, I know what I want this to be, and so I usually have those phrases usually come with something I've been thinking a lot about, or it's just like been on my mind or my heart. Then you write it. I try to write it, a lot of it in one sitting usually, and then I go back and I edit it because I think that's what good poetry does. Is it edits, and it kind of it almost smooths away. And what's the word I'm looking for that rocks? It like
Erodes?
sculpts. It like erodes away the stuff that's unnecessary, and it kind of sculpts it into something that is more precise and just
like-
better overall. Yeah, I think editing is probably the most important piece.
So you find yourself usually taking or sculpting it rather than adding to it when you go back, typically?
Yes. I like to add like 100 ideas at the beginning and then kind of throw things out as we go. And then usually then when I bring it into the room, there are other ideas that get added back in. But that also means like some of my ideas have to be thrown out, and that's great. That's good. I think most great art is collaborative, and the people who can do it by themselves are something really special.
Well, I stay out in the breeze, for it's the only thing for me to see a blood still pumping through my veins. I've been spending time on knees, confessing to some priests to see if there's some love I can attain. Now I know, long ago I thought I lost my soul, lost it too. Those demons that I always thought were true. Now I know, my heart and soul were really lost in you. But I'm a hypocrite, a pessimist, my lust lies. A song video, beauty was a liquor I keep drinking. I keep running across the bridge, you look away, and I blow kisses. I keep dancing just to keep my brain from thinking. Now I know, long ago I thought I lost my soul, lost it too. Those demons that I always thought were true. Now I know, my heart and soul were really lost in you. Breathing, close her eyes, hair falling on her face. She snatched a glance and then began to say, one day I'll know everything there is to know about you, and that will be the best days. That will be the best days. Now I know, long ago I thought I lost my soul, lost it too. Always thought were true. Now I know, my heart and soul were really lost in you.
Thank you.
If you'd like to know more about the artists we feature, visit thewhitewallsessions.com. The White Wall Sessions Radio is recorded and produced at Last Stop Studios in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Last Stop Studios is located in the lower level of the Last Stop CD shop at 2121 East 10th Street in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Executive producers are Jeff Zuger and Doug Taylor. Head of broadcast engineering is Dave Palmer. Audio technicians are Chad Conrad, Carl Koiser, and Dave Palmer. Audio mixing is Chad Conrad. Associate producer is Michael Yeager. Scheduling and sales is Tom Eisner. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. Join us again next week for another edition of the White Wall Sessions Radio.